only, like, I drop crazy frames, like, I can't connect at all, if I'm trying to connect to Twitch on a Wi-Fi connection, even though I'm, like, literally 3 feet from my router.
Yeah.
But as soon as I go to an Ethernet, then I have 0 problems at all. And, like, I can still watch content on Twitch and whatever, and do anything else. It's just Twitch, and it's just if I'm over the Wi-Fi. It's super weird.
Jennifer.
5 by 5, Fiona. ETA?
You're about 10 minutes from the DMZ drop zone.
Glad to hear your voice on the line. Wouldn't have made it through Iraq without you.
Bet you say that to all your support operatives.
Only the ones who saved my ass.
Just doing my job. We're close. You might
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Sorry, I was focusing on getting my PB lined up. It's possible that my internet, like, it could have been my internet.
Of course.
But
Reflective screen.
I don't know, I haven't streamed in so long, right? I streamed like once in October, and it did have the problem.
I'll be testing it plenty in
So
the
that
field.
leads me to believe, like, because it was bad in, like, July, and then I was gone for 2 months, and then when I came back, it was still bad. And then as soon as I switched devices, then it's fixed. So it seems like it was a client issue.
Fine weapon.
Yeah, more than likely. Chat is a little bit covered up on stream, by the way.
By what?
By a plus sign and a trash can.
What? Oh,
Uses
yep, that's
casualties within
OBS.
15 meters. Lethal, under 5.
Thanks.
And
Definitely.
just if you really wanted to add a comment or delete a comment, those were your buttons.
That's not what those buttons do.
You heard the man. Time to get going. Jennifer, you ready?
I'm good, Fiona. 5 by 5.
You know they say the DMZ is the most dangerous place on Earth.
Yeah, you know how before I was running
But
at, like,
still, $100 million. You think you could spend that
you know,
much money in one
20,
lifetime?
sometimes,
You know me.
you know, 30%. Like, ideally I was at 15% CPU, but, like, oftentimes I would get into the mid to high 20s. Now I'm at anywhere from 4 to 6.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I'm charging my iPad at the same time. And I don't have a fan, neither on the computer nor externally blasted onto the computer. And I don't need to have the computer sitting sideways. And I have it at full brightness. Dude, I am living large.
That's beautiful. Well, yeah, what kind of laptop did you have
The Apple one. I mean, it's just, that's...
Whatever is the Apple one right now. Fair enough. I mean, that is the one thing that Apple does make it easy with their products, is you just have whatever is the one or the other one.
Yeah.
Not a lot of having to think or go into any more details. So I want the cheaper one or the more expensive one.
Damn, let me get the speed burst there. That's fine, I'll just go without it.
Shelling in the area. Looks like you're just in time to be a hero. Head north to the Allied HQ. Garrett is expecting you.
I just want you to explain to me.
You know,
why
it's
we're
almost,
still
it's a little bit weird, and it's partially, I guess, because there's been nobody streaming this that I haven't been wanting to play myself. But as soon as you were starting to get ready to stream again and start streaming, like I just started finding more bugs in this game and Merged to PS2.
Nice.
That are not like super useful, but they're at least interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean, that one you found about humanitarian efforts, that's at least a good functionality, like good principle to know with how... The thing is I kind of knew that because I used that trick for, I used that trick during 100% to get some of the challenge contract guys into my vehicle that normally, like, wouldn't be allowed to get into your vehicle. But it never even occurred to me to use that principle on that contract, you know? Because that contract is kind of like... The strats for that were developed from ACC, and when I eventually, like, routed 100%, I never really thought to even try to optimize it, you know? So...
Wow, what a mess. They really needed you.
Yeah, and then, yeah, I went through, like, I think I mentioned it in the chat, I went through and I tried any other contract where you can pick somebody up that I could think of, minus the ones that we know about, like 106 miles to Sinuiju.
Yeah.
And that's the only one that it works on. You can do some stuff with no one will ever know, or not no one will ever know. Maybe it's that one. The second China mission.
Mercenary.
Nice.
What is the second China mission?
Oh, damn. Oh, what? Oh,
Oh,
come
no one will ever
on.
know. They
That
bombed.
counted as my kill. The helicopters bumped into each other and crashed.
Got mail from the Allies about that
And
CIA
now they're
North
hostile with
Korea.
me. I think that's a rip run. I'm gonna save and load. I think that's the only way I can salvage this.
I need more
She's
ammunition.
cute. I mean, Raider's kind of right. That it was technically your fault.
Nah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know if I agree with that. Just because I interacted with them in some capacity and then they died doesn't mean that it was my fault that they died.
Yeah, I think the same excuse was used at the Nuremberg trials.
Jesus. That escalated quickly. No, I mean, think about it, right? If I throw a nickel onto the street and two people run to try to get the nickel and... Oh my god, how unlucky is that? Run to get the nickel and slip and die in the process. Is that my fault? I don't think so.
I don't remember what it's called, but there's actually like a whole like legal process for determining that kind of blame. It's super interesting because I've seen a lot of different videos about it lately, and the long and short answer is it depends, and it just depends on the exact situation. So it can either be a very quick no, or it can be a very lengthy like no or yes, depending on the exact scenario.
Okay. Interesting.
Like, did you throw the nickel into the street to try and get people to chase it?
Yeah, if my intention was to have people chase after money and they died in the process, then sure.
Yeah, see, Raider makes a very good point. You know what they do to rockets.
Oh shit. That's true. And I'm on video. There's evidence of me saying that I know exactly what they do.
Check your radar for the location.
I think this one.
But the
you're
game
gonna do fine.
doesn't know that. The game's intrinsic legal system does not know that the player knows that creating an explosion attracts helicopters, right? So I think the game's logic therefore must be to abstain the player from indirect deaths caused by pathfinding due to the player's actions. Ha! Deal.
Well,
how about that one?
I would argue that we're not arguing this from a game legal standpoint, because the game legal standpoint is you were already found guilty, fined 25 grand, which you didn't like really have. I guess you did at that point. But even if you didn't, they'd just be like, all right, fine, don't pay us, and then Colonel Duke gets mad at you for a minute. So I reject their legal system because it's not representative of a fair and just legal system. Oh shit, but neither is ours, so that is also a problem.
Yeah, our legal system's okay.
Situationally dependent.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but
Yeah.
I would say it's better than most.
Yeah, I would say, I guess for like 99% of the things that go through it, it's probably fine. It's just you never hear about any of those things because
Right.
they all go through and everybody's like, yeah, that's fine.
I was honestly, when I did jury duty, I was actually like, I left with a fairly positive opinion of our legal system, actually. Not that that's necessarily means much, but
I've always wanted to do jury duty. I never even get to go on the jury selection. They always wrap it up with whatever before my group would get called in. I'm very upset with that.
That was a good stem the tide.
AK forces are attacking the north defense point again.
Should I have picked up a blueprint? I guess I can get one later.
You've never been called for jury duty, Raider? That's wild.
There's a number card nearby.
Like not
Check
even
your radar
summoned.
for the location.
Wait, I'm confused. Oh no, it's a frag. Shit. I'm confused. What were you saying? You're saying you have been called, but you've just. What do you want and what's happened?
I've gotten summonses that says you are up for jury duty, but then like it was always like it's like, you know, call in at the end of the week and then you'll find out if you have to go in and be part of jury selection, and it would always just get pushed and then say you don't have to show.
Oh, I see. So you've never even been into the you've been summoned, but you've never been into the courtroom for it.
Yeah, I've never even had to go through the jury selection process, and I want to do the whole shebang.
Yeah, gotcha. No, that makes sense.
Preferably for something that's interesting. I don't want to go there for like just some like simple gas station robbery or something. I want something that's like notable.
I was in for elder abuse.
Okay, but what did you go to jury duty for?
Funny. You're a clever guy.
There's only scattered resistance.
Clever
in the area,
guy.
but those machine guns could be dangerous.
Oh, and I'm a dead guy.
Was that a... Were you quoting Al Pacino?
No.
Something wrong with Sergey.
Oh, because I'm pretty sure he said that in...
Me either.
And he?
But it could be a valuable resource.
Yes.
No, he didn't. Guarantee.
No. What? It was definitely one of the movies where he played a cop. Maybe
There's only scattered
Serpico?
resistance in the area, but those machine guns
I haven't seen
could be
Serpico,
dangerous.
so it's possible.
That's what the
That's not the type of character that he was in Serpico, though. So...
He also plays a detective in Insomnia, I think is what it's called. But I don't think he says that in that either.
We don't know. I know that I like Al Pacino,
Oh boy,
though.
not
How am I only losing 15 seconds?
the
That seems
Russians are providing a
suspicious.
copter for you. I hope you remember your flight training.
Nice paint job. So much for a low profile.
Well, I don't know. That seems like it could be pretty close. It's surprising that it's only... You must have been on a pretty good pace.
Oh, it's no, I lost 30 seconds. I lost 15 compared to my PB, but 30 compared to my gold. That makes way more sense. Oh shit, I forgot to get the number card. Oh well, I'll get it after this. Wait, am I supposed to be at 155 meters? Or I think I was 155. I was only at 151. Hopefully this still works. It's probably not actually that precise, but it's just what I've gotten into the... Oh, that's definitely not... Did that get it? Oh, nice. Okay. Underestimated my abilities. This actually might be optimal pathing to get him after the drop-off. I'm really not sure.
That should keep Sergey happy.
I guess the best thing to do would be to come get this guy and then do the half-court fling. But we all know that's not happening.
Yeah, that's too risk.
Oops. Didn't get the animation scoop.
Colonel Garrett is going to be happy to hear about this.
But yeah, I think this might be the optimal pathing because it puts me up north anyway, which is where the Chinese HQ... Like, it puts me on the Y or the X whatever coordinate with the Chinese HQ. So that might be the best.
Looking for more money? Eh?
I
Mercenary?
don't know what they're saying. It's kind of wild that we have had nobody in chat that speaks Russian, Chinese, or Korean to help us parse some of these lines.
Charming guy.
It's kind of weird.
Oh, I'm sure he'll warm right
And,
up
like,
when she
I
gets to know him.
really do want to just, you know, find a way to pull out the audio and then just give it to one of my coworkers and be like, what are they saying?
I mean, one of I guess this game might have been banned in Korea, right?
Well done, that's one way
That's
to do
plausible,
things,
right?
isn't it?
I mean, it's a pretty sensitive subject matter.
It could be. I know the sequel was banned in Venezuela.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, Russia you would think would definitely have a decent following for this game.
You should play the field a little.
Yeah.
It's
Probably not
safe to
China,
play it
though.
before you commit yourself.
Just culturally, I don't know if this game would really resonate with a Chinese audience. But there's enough Chinese people in the U.S. that I would think there would be some.
Yeah, but I think back when this game came out, like, there were not, like, China was
That's true.
cracking down hard on games in general.
That's true,
Like-
and well, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if in China mainland, but there are probably, man, I wonder what the numbers are. I feel like there's way more Chinese people in the U.S. now compared to 2005. But I could be wrong on that. I have no idea. Like, as a proportion of the population, I mean, obviously the number's higher, but
I'm curious. I'll look it up. You said, yeah, let's
There's a number
see,
card nearby.
U.S.
Check your radar for the location.
data by ethnicity.
Good
guys, we
work.
captured Hitler, or I mean, killed.
Like bizarro Asian Hitler.
Yeah.
Alright. No, well. This one won't help, census.gov, because that paper is for only goes up to 1990.
Oops.
Sergey leaves things
I'm gonna have to reset that gold because I'm getting a few more cards there than I did on my last run.
The Russians are providing a truck and some soldiers.
Ah, what? That's not how that's
Sergei
supposed to
isn't going
work.
be...
I must
The
have
Russians
messed
are
up my
providing a
mood
truck
with them
and some
somehow.
soldiers.
Say, that truck looks familiar.
At least they patched it up.
Hey, I brought it back in one piece.
I wonder why that didn't work. I wonder if it's because I saved and loaded, actually. That could actually be the difference of like 1 point.
Okay, so I can't see specifically Chinese, but for Asian as a whole, it increased from between 2000 and 2020. It increased from 10,600,000 people to 20,570,000 people, which was an increase. They went from 3.8% of the population to 6.2%. How much of that is actually Chinese specifically, who knows?
That's not very useful.
No. I mean, proportionally though, there's definitely some growth from that region as a whole. I wonder which ones have gone down.
Sergei isn't going to... First the Chinese, now the South Koreans. The Russians aren't out to make...
The answer to which ones have gone down in that 20-year period, white people.
Nice.
Like, pretty much, I mean, yeah, exclusively. But that's, you know, that's just proportional. If all the, you know...
I mean, it makes sense. It's a recessive trait, so...
Well, I was going to go more along the lines of, if everything else was proportionally going up,
also
somebody has to go down.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, over time, I think it's natural that white people as a proportion of the global population will decrease, unless there's some, like, just some country in Europe that just goes bonkers and just starts having, like, a bajillion kids.
Don't let him get away.
I mean, possible. Some of those countries, they be fucking, so they just need to have the children.
Oh, I forgot to. Are they? They might be. They might already be neutral. I might have goofed to that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hijack this helicopter.
And most experienced commanders. He'll be a tough nut to crack.
Oh, it's hard to take a man named Chin Chang seriously, but I'll give it a shot.
I've marked the location of the Type 07 supergun on your radar.
Oh, I'm actually ahead of Sniper's Run, like by a lot. Oh wait, no, that's my own run. I'm an idiot.
Good. Get that PB.
Oh man. I think I'm like a little behind Sniper's Run, or I'm like right on pace with it. Because I remember I was like 2 minutes off. I don't remember what the world record time is, but it was like roughly 2 minutes faster.
You seem pretty close. I'm trying to think back, and it seems it's almost like roughly the reverse. Looking at your comparison to your current vid versus. What it looks like
I can
in
actually
the
see.
one.
I can actually see his PB in the. He's at the super gun right now.
Oh, okay. So he's still.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, he's a little bit in front of you then. This is like. It's almost a little bit weird because it's like you're looking in a window into another window.
Yeah.
So when you publish this run, you'll have to look really closely to be able to see it.
Yeah, and actually, that's actually an accident. Before, I didn't show the whole video. I showed I cropped it so that it was just my PB video. But is this better or worse? Like, do you see how the PB now has like everything in it? It's like the entire screen.
I mean, I would say it doesn't add anything, but it doesn't really take anything away either. Because it's so small that it's not not a useless thing to have, but it's not like, you know, that's not the focus of the video.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, right? That's the main thing I care about, because I don't want to change it if I don't really need to.
Yeah, I would say it's fine.
It doesn't make the PB so small so as to be, like, unusable.
Before you head off after General Chulkan and the rest of the hunt, you may want to take some time
Although,
to get your bearings.
the only disappointing thing is now I know that there is access to my shitty puns, but I can't actually read them.
Nice. Well, hey, maybe when it's in 1080p, it'll actually be legible.
I mean, I guess I could actually just try full screening it, see what that looks like. No, not even close.
Yeah, no. It's funny.
But that's what the PB videos are for, right?
Yep.
I don't go back and watch your old PBs to review your content. I would do it to review my content. Because Lord knows I'm not getting any POD records.
There's a number card nearby. Check your radar for the location. Good job.
Oh, I forgot to take out my rockets. Although, actually, maybe I'll just throw a frag.
South Koreans decided you're a threat.
You must think you're pretty badass, killing so many of my men and then strolling in here looking for work. Keep it up and I will
It's starting to sound a little burned out to me.
Maybe things aren't going so well for him.
This run is so short now, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It acts as a radar jammer,
It's like anemic.
Rely on your wits in there.
Yeah, it's nice because, you know, I like the runs that you can get through very easily. You can grind out a bunch of them really fast. But it also makes
Agent Mitchell Buford.
like maybe a higher bar of skill to be competitive, or at least you'll hit that bar faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, all for the price of one.
Yeah, like getting
Money's
oh
worth
shit.
out of us.
Getting good AT RNG is gonna like very quickly just be completely necessary. Which it
Yeah.
like never I don't think it ever got to that. Like I think you could get kind of decent to like so-so AT RNG before and you could still like be fine.
Yeah, because you still had like 20 extra minutes to be able to
Yeah.
have time saves.
You're close to one of the roadblocks. One roadblock destroyed. Great, 2 down. That's 3 down, well done. You pissed off the Chinese. Agent Mitchell Buford.
I love that strat. It's so consistent.
This queen brings us much closer to Saul. He's
That
got
is
to be
pretty
running
good.
scared by now.
He's a psychotic dictator who possibly killed his own father. Who knows what scares Saul?
There's a number card nearby.
I wonder
Check your radar
if
for
Buford
location.
thinks it's weird that he like gives you a free helicopter, but you just ignore it and run right to your shitty little MK helicopter and get mad. You're like, I like this one.
I mean,
Garrett is going to be happy to
it
hear
does
about
make
this.
sense to use a North Korean helicopter going into North Korean territory, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose he's probably like, hell, it's expensed out. I'm gonna ship this to somewhere and
There's a
pocket that
number card
money.
nearby. Check your radar for the location. Colonel Garrett is going to be happy to hear about this. The complex is well guarded. I'd advise a stealthy approach. Colonel Garrett is going to be happy to hear about this. There's a number card nearby. Check your radar for the location.
I feel like this is going too smoothly.
Good work.
It almost does feel.
It's like suspicious. Like something's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen. Oops. Like me flying the wrong direction.
Yeah.
There's a
Come
number
on.
card nearby. Check your radar for the location.
I guess, gosh, with 85 health, I probably don't even need to kill those anti-armor rifle guys. Better safe than sorry, I suppose.
Good job.
Especially since this isn't... I would much rather just, like, get an improvement than eke out some seconds on a run that's not even that optimal. Right, Prenup? You agree with me, right?
Yeah, sure.
Great. I love it when we're on the same page. Synergy.
There's a number card nearby. Check your radar for the location.
I used to have a software called Synergy. There's like a remote control. You could like remote control other computers on your network from a single computer. And I was living with a couple of buddies of mine, and we rigged up. We had like 7 computers and like 26 monitors, all being controlled from one central computer. It was a good time.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was stupid and pointless, and we almost blew a fuse, but with enough extension cords, we made it work. I lived there for like 6 days.
Wrongly.
There's a number card nearby. Check
I
your
love
radar
how
for the location.
fragile the hearts are. They die so quickly. Just like fire bursts in their general direction and they're
That'll be
toast.
worth something to the Allies.
I mean, yeah, lots of things die when you shoot them.
Alright. Jeez, Mr. Smart Aleck over here.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. And I didn't even comment
You're always
on the
putting
fact
me
that you're
down, Prenup. You always, you know, I might not be as sharp-witted as you, but, you know, I'm a person.
Oh, that's definitely not true. Okay. That might have come out wrong. You are a person. And I would say, like, this is actually a very good example of me not being very quick-witted.
Finished. Nice work.
Really fumbling over your words there, buddy.
Sam, be careful.
Well, you know,
Stop him.
I'm
He's
trying
trying get
to,
away.
I feel
Fine,
dehumanized.
I'm trying to keep it with the kid gloves. I mean, shit, you do things that I wish I could do. I wish I was able to be like in software development, but maybe not have the skill set for it.
I didn't hear a single. You said I wish you could, and then it just sounded like mumbling.
Okay. I said I wish that I could get work in like software development, but I don't have the skill set for it.
Ah, you could. I believe
No,
you could.
I don't think I could. I've never been able to do it. I've tried repeatedly, but you know,
Agent Mitchell,
that could just be that shitty teachers or whatever. Like some teachers are just bad at teaching, and it just makes your students suffer.
True. But that's the beauty of YouTube, is you can shop for teachers, and they're free.
That's also true, except most of the difficulty that I've had with trying to learn programming is, I think, more so because I haven't actually taken, like, a course. I've only used online resources.
Yeah, no, that's true. Having, like, a base level understanding is useful, like via classroom setting.
There's only one thing between us and total victory in this thing.
Yeah, it just and plus, I think the biggest problem is a lot of it is so like they're not giving you like a goal. It's just like you're gonna learn about this, whatever this thing is. But a lot of programming, at least for when I do it, is I learn better if I have a specific goal, and it's like, all right, I need to learn how to do this goal.
Okay, I'm on my
You
way.
don't really get that. So everything that I've learned as far as programming is because I wanted to learn how to automate something, or I wanted to learn how to do this or that, and I just Googled until I figured it out.
Yeah, right. That makes sense. Well, that was a lame time loss. Not sure what happened. I'm not sure what I did wrong. I kind of need to practice that strat. I don't remember. It's like it's like weirdly precise, but also weirdly not. Like there's like a lot of things you can do and a lot of things you can't do, but I think it is consistent if you just do the same thing over and over. Somehow I messed up there though.
Yeah, I really wish we had a way to make that more guaranteed. Like, it's not a huge thing as far as a time save, but just any kind of consistency, I think that's where a lot of improvements to runs are going to go to very soon.
Well, it is consistent. It is consistent. I just don't remember the strat for it.
Yeah, but I mean consistent without requiring, you know, that precise but not precise
President
type
Kim.
of thing.
I see.
Stop
Yeah.
who?
Like, yeah, it's like a contract warped by destroying a headquarters. The only time that you're going to screw that up is if the game, like, literally just bugs out and doesn't give you credit for destroying headquarters.
Yeah, right.
The launch codes?
You must stop him.
My son is a desperate man. He will launch his missiles. I know it.
I'm on
The way he reclines, like
Hang in there,
he's been prepping this
I'm calling
speech.
you back.
I know it. Oh. It cracks me up. The voice actor for President Kim is hilarious. So dramatic.
I do like it. I think it's very good.
I've sent the codes to your PDA and
No, yeah, right. I love that line. Don't die yet. Like, oh, okay. Since you asked me not to, I'll just live longer, I suppose.
No, you've destroyed the computer. There's no way to stop the missiles now. Stay focused. An AN extraction team is on its way for Kim. Now go get Saul.
This is your fault.
Quick, get him!
Yours and yours alone.
All right, that I think is a world record.
You're finished, Saul.
Colonel Garrett is going to be happy to hear about this.
I mean,
Here,
based
glad
on
for a
the...
day's work.
Yeah, he's just flying to the prison now, so.
Oh, I mean, that's a pretty hardy record. Then.
Or sorry, not the prison, the computer. He just landed on the
okay.
computer, so.
I mean, that's still a pretty good time save.
Yeah, but it's weird. I thought he had a 34 or something. Maybe I guess he had a 35 something. So, okay.
Wow. So you just, in 2 days, you pushed 2 people on records.
Now 3 people? Because Kojo had third place. Dude, I don't know what happened to Kojo. Kojo was and by the way, people on YouTube, we still have bounties up for, gosh, I don't even know. I think it's like sub 40 in this category. Is that right? Sub 40 in this category, I think, is what is it, like $100 or something like that? I don't want to give false advertising, but there's like a non-negligible bounty for a very mediocre time in this category.
Yeah, it basically does anybody who's not like a regular runner, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, it's not even for anyone who's not it's just for anyone who PBs. So like you could do it prenup, but like Banter and Sniper had already crossed the threshold when we made that bounty.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I would still meet the definition of not a regular runner of this game.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But I mean, the purpose of the bounty was to bring in new people into the community, but
yeah, and that's part of the, like, even if I got it, I would be like, no, save it for somebody else, because that's what I want, more runners here.
Yeah. Yeah, we wanted some new runners, and unfortunately our plan didn't work. I don't know, maybe it just wasn't enough money. I don't know. Because the thread got decent traction, didn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's easy to talk about something and then to actually commit the time to it is a whole other jam.
Yeah, for sure. That's true.
Yeah. Although I will note that after that bounty got published, not only did we not really gain runners, but eventually we lost like the only one for 4 months.
Oh, that's true. I was like, who are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like it repels runners.
Yeah. Well, okay, I guess I'll do a bit of a run recap since this is a world record. I suppose it warrants one. First of all, yeah, this is my second attempt of running this in 4 months, I think. So, not bad. So, hey, sub 30 IGT, hype. 2947.
Nice.
And this is this is the run where I messed up after ante-up and I had to save and load to, like, I was like, oh, this run's dead. But then I remembered that I could save and load.
Plus, you restarted the first Mafia mission, too.
Yep, that's true. And I restarted the third Mafia mission.
Yeah.
Although that one was a pretty minor restart, but yeah.
I mean, but right there, that puts, like, sub 34.
Yeah. Let me turn down this a little bit. I'll continue just to check out stats while I'm doing a recap here. Alright, so yeah, ante-up itself was pretty terrible. The driving section had mistakes, and then at the part where I call in the surgical strike, oh no, that wasn't this run. I fell off the cliff during practice, I think. I don't think that was during this run. So
no, you nailed it this run.
Yeah, so ante-up was fine. And then yeah, I had a bit of a goof. My RPG that I used to summon the Blackhawks caused them to collide midair, and then the game counted that as my kill, and because of that they were hostile. And if they're hostile, then you can't hijack them without killing the gunners first. And it might have been faster to try to kill those gunners and then hijack it, but I just decided to save and load, which I think was probably the right move.
Not true.
Stem the Tide was pretty good. I'm going to have to reset some of these, so I need to actually think about which ones I need to reset, but Stem the Tide I think was good. Had a restart in Chop Chop Bop. 3-point Fling was fine, although there's something wrong with the Mafia mood. I thought killing the 3 guys down by the helicopter is the way to get their mood where I want it, but maybe I'm only supposed to kill 2 of those guys. So I guess I'll try that next run to try to just kill 2 of them and see if that gets me to where I'm supposed to be with them. Or actually, I guess I should probably test that before I do an actual run. But Violence for Profit was okay. Okay, I need to reset that one. That's one that I need to reset. I think that was fine. Jack Contract, I had a minor restart, and plus there were some optimizations I could do. No Intel, no problem was fine. That's just flying to the Allied HQ. Splat was fine. Chopper Swapper was fine. Let's see here. Repo Man. Repo Man had a mistake. Oh, I missed my rocket on the KIFE. Clear Channel was okay. I messed up picking up the South Korean guy at the start of the contract. And then this one needs to be reset. This is the Acid Queen. This one was pretty darn good. It was like super smooth sailing. I could probably have a bit more optimal like pathing from the final number card to the actual like complex at the end, but I don't think that's maybe like a second or 2. It's nothing major. And the reason I went the way I did was just to make sure that I got a disguise. And then yeah, this one. So interestingly, Sniper medevaced in this split to return to the Allied HQ. I thought that flying from the SKHQ is faster, but maybe I should double check like the Discord chats and stuff around this new route to see. Maybe I actually tested it and the other way was faster. I'm not really sure. And then the Ace Contract, I actually messed up the like pretty decently. Like the I didn't get the Mafia helicopter. So yeah, there's like time save in almost every split. And not just like minor time save, there's like decent time save in like all these splits. So I'm kind of curious. Let me go ahead and reset some of these golds and get my sum of best here. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
While you do that, did you know that before you open the hatch for the plane at the beginning of the game, did you know that it's possible to void out and get put back like near the chair where you start?
No, I didn't know that. How does that happen?
So the ramp, when it's closed, there's like one spot where if you just walk all the way up to the end, up to the top of the back of the plane, and you just kind of walk around like kind of right in the middle, there's like a place where you can drop down like it's got to be like just a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of any amount, but it counts as falling, and the game considers if you're falling that you've fallen out of the back of the plane, like when the door is open. So then it voids you out, and it just puts you back near the chair.
Huh. Interesting. Totally useless, but interesting.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's because I've been trying to find a way. It's like, okay, how can we get the hell out of this early and skip the tutorial?
Yeah.
But it's really clean and tight outside of that bug, but they don't let you get to the ground.
Yeah, you can fall out the back hatch, but I don't think it puts you back in the chair, right? It just puts you standing next to the switch.
Yeah, I think if you void out the thing before you drop it down, because it like goes basis, I think where like it positioned the player, like, so I think it might be after like each cutscene it'll change where you're positioned. I would have to check it again. Or I mean, ultimately I don't think it matters, but.
Well, in other news, sum of best is a 32:46. So right off the bat, that's over a minute. Or wait, is that 2? Wow, over 2 minutes of just like easy time save, and then there's also like a lot of gold potential. So I think this run could pretty conceivably like human viable. Sub 32 might be doable, but I gotta obviously this is like my second time playing this new route, so I gotta optimize it a bit more and see how it goes. But Yeah, the big thing though is just getting the anti-tank missiles, like getting a good anti-tank missile spawn after anti-up is gonna be like a massive difference in time save. Like this RNG city here, this 45 seconds of time save, that could get even better. That could be probably like a minute of time save just in that one split. So
yeah, it's like UP Rogue RNG in Mercs 2 PS2. It's like an automatic 2-minute time loss if you don't get it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it is, because yeah, before it was not like if you got bad RNG for the 18. Actually, it might be a little more forgiving now, because the strat now is you fire a rocket to get the Blackhawks to close in, and then while they're coming in, you actually have kind of dead time that you can look around and try to find an AT missile guy. Whereas before, you shot an AT missile guy and immediately medevaced to get to South Korea as quickly as possible. So like before, it was actually a little more punishing, I think, for getting bad at AT RNG. But
that's a good point.
But the yeah, no, I guess it's actually better now than it was before. Anyway. Yeah, because before it would just be a total rip run. At least now, if you don't get an AT missile guy, you can actually proceed. There is a way to get AT missiles that's like relatively on the way. It just wastes probably 30 seconds or something like that. So
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to end this stream there, just so I have a nice clean cut, and then I think I'm going to go back into Forza and try to get that lap record I was going for yesterday, and then I'll call it a night.
Nice. All right.
Thanks for watching, y'all.